What's up, everybody? Welcome to IGN Gamescoop, the special E3 2013 edition of Gamescoop. I'm your host, Damon Hatfield, and with me today is Greg Miller,
Scoop,
Justin Davis,
Beyond,
and Brian Altano.
Bruh, bruh.
And it is day one of E3. We're just about to put a pin. I don't know what that means.
We're done
close
with it.
the lid.
We're gonna
close the lid on day one.
Close the book in the shallow grave.
Close the bucket of pins.
Nope. So I want to know the coolest things you guys saw today. You okay?
I'm okay.
The coolest things you guys saw today at E3, you're going to tell me and them what they were. There's only one rule. They have to be from today, not yesterday. Forget yesterday.
Get over
We're
the
over
past,
it
guys.
Already. Are you guys ready? We're going to go down the line one at a time.
Okay.
Greg, why don't you start us off?
It might be a bit predictable, but I'm going to say Infamous Second Son. Clearly, I'm
shocked.
I know. See, but hear me out. I love Infamous. I loved Infamous 1. I loved Infamous 2. This time we get a new hero in Delson Rowe. I was expecting it to be good. I was expecting to like it, but I've been saying since February, this isn't really a system seller for most people. You don't jump in, see this, and go, oh my gosh. But when I finally went behind closed doors, sat down, and watched the demo, I couldn't get over how good it looked. Like, from little things like his jacket, breezy in the air. Little
breezy in the air.
Little breezy jean
Breezy
jacket.
engine. It runs on the breezy engine, so that's to be expected.
I don't like you. It looked really good there, but then, the animations of turning into smoke and shooting up chimneys and jumping out, and the fact that Delson enjoys what he's doing. I really see this game as Sucker Punch maturing as a developer. Infamous 1 and 2 relied on comic book cutscenes, and that didn't seem odd at the time, but now that they've brought on Troy Baker and they've put the camera in his face and they've mapped him and done all the mocap, it really all of a sudden feels like a cinematic experience.
It's scary how much it looks like him.
Yeah.
Like, now that, we've worked with him a few times now, and it's Troy.
Yeah,
and it's
totally
kind of distracting to me.
Well, and that's what's interesting, too. On the live show today, he came by with his best friend Travis, and they are working in the game together as brothers. Troy is the second son.
Got it.
See what happened there? I'm still saying there's something tied together with the first sons from the original Infamous, but I'm getting ahead of myself.
So, you feel like it's a next-gen experience?
Totally. It was, I was like, this is just going to be another Infamous, but it feels different, it looks different. It's definitely the developer maturing, which is really exciting.
Justin, the coolest thing you saw today?
Yes, I was very impressed with Batman Arkham Origins. We were a little worried because it's not Rocksteady.
Right.
It's being done by WB Montreal. It's like, is this like the B team being put on like one more? It's current gen, it's not next gen. A lot of things that maybe the hype level is a little bit low for this game, but the demo is awesome.
It's what you'd expect, right?
Yeah, like this is a thing. Our headline on the IGN story is Arkham Origins is more of the same, and that's okay. And I think it was smart because I feel like the temptation for them to do, like to take Batman and be like, we got to give him this new stuff and this new, like, really...
We're going to make the game our own.
Yeah. And it's not like Batman's moveset is the same because they absolutely nailed it in Arkham Origin.
Right.
It's perfect. Batman's moveset is perfect. And so instead what they do is they throw different obstacles and enemies at you. There's a cool enemy, the martial artist, that now can counter Batman instead of Batman being the guy that does all the counters.
Right.
There's, other new enemy types. I really, really like that it's Christmas themed. I think that's sort of a clever sort of twist on Gotham. I don't know. I went into that game with like pretty low expectations, and I was very impressed with it.
Did they talk to you about how he levels up and how they tweaked that a bit?
I didn't get to see it. They did talk about it. So
Right.
It's a skill tree now instead of just sort of being you get every skill. And so the idea is that not everybody's Batman at the end of the game will have all the same abilities and skills.
One of the things I thought cool during the demo on the live show is it was popping up and it was saying, oh, you took on a grade A group of enemies. And I was like, What is that? And he's saying that
they
want you
threat system
They
now.
want you to roam the open world and find things that are really threatening, that are going to give you a challenge. And if you beat them, you get more XP, and then you can go build a better Batman.
Yeah, there is new, so it's like, Batman himself is the same, but the stuff they did add is, pretty clever, and I think it's, good additions to the formula, where, every pack of enemies is like, a high threat level, medium threat level, low threat level, based on,
So wait, what's a low threat level? Like 5 friends leaving a movie?
No, it's those
you
goons.
swoop
You've
down
played
and
the
beat the
Batman
crap out of
games.
them?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's not illegal to leave them.
some of them you can just let them. It's not.
I think we left the crime part out of that.
I think he's a myth.
Actually, bad things happen when his parents left the movie, so who knows?
Brian, what was the coolest thing you saw today?
It had to be Smash Brothers. Like, I mean, it's...
It was a pretty good unveiling.
So Nintendo is like, they're quiet and they're weird and they're reserved and they don't let their characters do too much or have much fun. And it's just like, here's Mario Kart, now you can drive sideways, and here's Link, you can turn into a picture.
Luigi fell asleep. And
he had a dream. Oh. Please keep playing our games. But Smash Brothers is when every couple years they get to go, you know what the hell? Throw it all together, make it ridiculous. Yeah, put in the boy from Animal Crossing. He'll hit a guy with a shovel. Hey, Mega Man. Oh, you know what? Let's get the yoga chick from Wii Fit. She's going to just, sunset kick someone in the face. Like, sure, why not? And they throw them all together, and you're fighting on top of the level from, like, the ship from Star Fox, and somebody throws in a wrench from Donkey Kong or something. And it's like, this is awesome. I wish they would take that and just have that much creativity and fun with everything else they do.
Yeah.
I'm glad they do it there. I want to see them do that kind of stuff everywhere else because it's just so much fun. Just the reveals of being like, holy shit, there's a new challenger. It's Mega Man. He's doing all his moves from Mega Man 2, and I love it. I love it. I love it so much.
Damon, what did you see that you enjoyed?
The thing I was most pleased with today that I saw and touched, maybe a little bit surprising, is the PlayStation 4 controller.
Oh, yeah, that is
I've
surprising.
been vocal about how I think the Xbox 360 controller is close to perfect.
Pretty perfect.
And I was never really crazy about the PS3, the DualShock 3.
Right.
It just felt very light. I felt like I could snap it in half.
Yeah.
Sticks are...
Shoulder buttons
are...
stupid.
What's the word for it? They're rounded.
Convex.
They're convex, not concave.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, they didn't have the triggers, So they fixed a lot of that, and it feels really good.
Yeah.
Now that it feels weightier, the sticks there are now concave.
Yeah.
They
You're
feel
doing
really
good.
They feel really good. The triggers are more like triggers.
Yeah.
I think the share button is in a really nice little spot there.
Right, I agree with that too.
Yeah,
it was
so-
interesting when I was doing the Killzone demo today, and I was talking to them. They're Sony's first-person shooter, right? And I was like, blah blah blah. And so you're moving the shooting and aiming to the real shoulder buttons. He's like, yep. It's like, okay,
right.
well there you go. That's like everyone.
great.
That's all you need to know about
The
it.
sticks are still a little close together, but they addressed so many of the issues that I was very happy with that.
Gotcha.
Good to see. Your second thing,
And number
Second
2, Titanfall.
Titanfall.
We-
Respawn.
Yeah, Respawn's first-person shooter.
Long time coming.
Yeah, it's been a long journey to get this game out.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big first-person shooter fan.
No?
They need to really try to hook me with something. And first off, the game is stunning. Like I yesterday during conferences when we were taking notes, it really didn't. I don't know what I got distracted by. Probably something shiny over there. But watching
meatball
it,
over there
yeah,
or
probably a meatball somewhere at Game Zero. Yeah, it's really, really pretty. And then the idea of getting down and getting into these Titans and trying to play off of, there's reasons you don't want to be in the Titan, there are reasons you want to be in the Titan, which are the giant mech suits.
Sure.
Really cool
I
HUD.
think I always want to be in the Titan.
Well, see,
Yeah.
like that. It reminded me. It reminded me of Warhawk. And when in Warhawk, I never wanted to be in the Warhawks themselves. I always wanted to run around the ground and be that ground support guy. And since it's all multiplayer all the time, like I want to jump in and do that and play with other people. And it seems like it'll be really cool.
Justin, pick number 2.
Yes, I was very impressed with Deus Ex the Fall, which is the iPad game. The much maligned, everyone was very upset and disappointed. We have this.
Man,
Yeah.
games are coming to the iPad.
Why are they so mad about that? That's great.
Well, I mean, they're mad for a justifiable reason because Square Enix said, "Hey, we got a Deus Ex announcement," and people's imaginations go wild. They didn't say. You need to say up front that this is a mobile product. So here's what I liked about this. I had so many questions.
From the makers of questions comes questions. Super questions.
Very skeptical. So I'm like,
Skeptical questions.
is it going to be some weird top-down thing? Nope. It's full-on 3D, first-person. Are the environments going to be terrible? Nope. It's absolutely gorgeous, very interactive. Everything's got branching paths. You can do the same, super strength to move boxes out of the way. Is it going to be voice acted? Is the music's going to be good? Same composer, all the same voice actors. Any returning characters are the same voice actors. Is the world going to feel interactive and alive like it totally does? There's emails that you can hack into and read people's personal emails just like the original game. Like, they went down my list of, I had 8 things where I'm like, but what about this? Can you still upgrade your character? Yep, all the same augments. The game totally won me over the course of that demo. Damon Hatfield, I am going to let you know it still has virtual buttons.
That's I just have a rule. I just don't like using virtual buttons on my iPad games, at all.
Sure.
Ever.
I feel like it
Yeah.
controls well. You have a couple different options. You can double tap to move, double tap on a wall to go into cover on that wall. So they do some sort of smart touchscreen stuff. So that stuff, people like Damon are still not going to be won over. But yeah, I mean, that game was super great.
That's good to hear. Brian.
So this isn't a game, and it's not even a cool thing. But the other day,
What's the second coolest thing you saw?
But the other day, as I was walking through the convention center
Today.
Yeah, was it the other day or today? 'Cause
Well, so the other day I saw them
Right.
setting this up, and it was the Dead Rising 3 booth, And in the corner of it, they had this just this crappy corner store that they covered in dirt and debris and garbage. They put a fence around it, and they put these really badly placed fake zombie parts. Like if somebody got I killed Greg and he turned into a zombie and then he died, and somebody else ate him and they just left his leg across the top of an oil drum. That would never happen. And I'm like, this is really dumb. How could this possibly get stupider? I walk through today and there's real people dressed as zombies, and they're like, ugh, and they're walking behind the wall, and people are taking pictures of them, and they're not allowed to go anywhere, but every now and then, because they're humans, they have to go take a crap or use whatever, and they're connected to these ropes.
Sure the audience is having you address them for that part.
Yeah.
Take a crap or whatever.
You know what it's like to poop. So they're on these ropes, and all of a sudden they're just like,
what are on the ropes? I'm having a hard time picturing this.
So they're walking around.
Are they suspended in air?
No. They're on the ground.
They're on a leash.
Yeah.
But why?
You know when you're playing a zombie game and you walk,
you don't want to break the fourth wall, Damon.
Exactly. So when you're playing a zombie game and there's a fence and there's a bunch of zombies and you're like, oh, they'll never get me. They did that in real life with real people who have families and friends, and they tie them to these ropes. So every now and then they're like,
Brian, we're in LA.
Oh my God, I gotta take a shit.
They're just happy to be working.
Yeah, that's happy to be working.
This is the booth with the chain link fence, right?
Yes.
I walked by that today, and there was a woman dressed there in the zombie makeup, and she was just texting on her iPhone. Out and open.
How does that work? She's breaking character.
I wanted to Vine it so bad.
Maybe she hadn't, the virus hadn't completely taken over yet. She's saying her goodbyes.
This is the thing. So I saw her texting, and my immediate thought was, that's really unprofessional. You're breaking. But then my second thought was, this is a human being, and what if she could be an emergency? I don't know what the situation is.
Her kid's in the hospital.
Yeah, exactly.
She knew what she signed up for.
Okay.
She got a job. She signed up for it.
The last pick.
No. You just melt.
I got to see Thief today.
Ah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and Thief looks very cool. Thief could be the Dishonored of 2014.
Oh.
Thief looks so good.
Looks really, really good.
I love that Eidos is bringing back these classic franchises like Thief and Deus Ex. And I know some people are upset about how they're being updated, but I feel like they're staying true to their roots, but they're still updating them to be more playable and accessible in modern times. Yeah. Awesome stuff.
No, I like stealth games in general, but I missed out on the previous Thief games because they're PC, and I just wasn't doing PC gaming. So yeah, it's like a hardcore stealth game, first person, like in Dishonored. Several different difficulty levels. So if you want to be hardcore and old school and just approach a level with no objective meters, with no idea where you want to go, you know what you have to do, but just sort of explore, wander around, figure out your own path. You usually have to steal something from the bad guy. You're like a Robin Hood sort of thief, a good kind of thief.
Yeah. So you give it to the poor?
No, you just keep it for yourself.
That's not Robin Hood.
So you're just a thief.
If Robin Hood was just but you steal from the rich though.
Oh.
If Robin Hood's story was here's a guy that he stole from the rich, the end.
So wait, let me ask you
poor?
Right.
No,
this is my question.
From everybody.
What are you going to steal from a poor person? They don't have anything, David.
You don't steal from the poor.
Wait,
I know, that's what I'm saying.
If you're not poor and all you do is steal from the rich, that means you're rich.
Thank you for tuning in for this very special edition of Gamescoop E3 2013. The show's not over yet. The show's only half over. We have 2 more full days. You guys gonna say anything here? Or just
Sly Cooper's a raccoon. He was a thief, but he stole from other criminals.
There are 2 more days of E3. That means we have 2 more days of full coverage coming your way, and 2 more Game Scoops. So stay tuned. Lots more is on the way. I love everybody on the stage and everybody that's watching this show right now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
E3. So many questions.
Sly Cooper uses a cane.